Well, hello. Yeah, it's about one of my favorite subjects about buoyancy. And buoyancy today is talking about a uh, concept that Daniel Pink brings forward about staying afloat in an ocean of unpredictability, rejection, and resistance. Buoyancy is the emotional resilience required to keep going when the world pushes back. Is there pushback going on in the world today? You bet. It's crazy. It's crazy. Pink says that every successful persuader, leader, or human being needs buoyancy. And he lists at least three reasons because of that. Number one, every day brings no. Yes, you probably know that. If you are a person in this world, there are a lot of NO as no's, not no's, but NO's in work and in relationships. In change management, we're constantly hearing no, not yet, maybe later, or silence. If you've been around the world at all, you know that silence is something that happens. Buoyancy is the ability, Pink says, to stay positive without becoming delusional and to stay persistent without becoming pushy. So you got to be persistent and you got to be positive. Anybody that's in sales knows that. The second point that Pink makes is that buoyancy is built in 3 moments. What a concept. Before, during, and after. Before the challenge, you ask yourself interrogative self-talk, can I do this? Your brain answers with reasons why yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, I think I can. I think I can. I can. Secondly, during the challenge, stay realistically optimistic, not just fakery. I can navigate this. I can do this. I'm going to get out of this thing alive. And then finally, after the challenge, explain the failure externally, temporarily, and specifically, meaning that this didn't go as well as I wanted it to because of one factor, and this one factor is fixable. I'll figure it out. And all through this thing, I mean, Pink is being incredibly positive, and I love that about his writing. Number 3, buoyancy protects your attitude and your identity. Buoyancy keeps you from sinking into discouragement or defensiveness. If you know you've got a good product or a good pitch or a good program or a good thought, stay positive. Buoyancy lets you stay open and curious and confident. These traits make others engage, not retreat. Being open, being curious, being confident, being available, if you will. So, one sentence summary about the whole concept of buoyancy is that buoyancy is a mental and emotional life jacket that keeps us moving forward when the waves of no and not yet try to pull us under. And then this famous quote that I love, it's buoyancy is the ability to rise every time life pushes you down, to float, to adjust, and to come back stronger. Pink says Marines have it. Pink says leaders have it. And Pink also says anyone who wants to influence others must have it. You've got to have it. Buoyancy is life. Buoyancy is incredibly powerful. And hopefully you get that. Be buoyant in your life today. Be buoyant in all that you do because you know who you are. And especially if you're working in your genius, if you're working in your why operating system, especially if you're working in your lane. Being in your lane and doing what you do and knowing what you're doing It's incredibly important. And as you work in your lane, you impact others and allow them to be in their lane also. Hope this makes sense. If you need more information about what I do life path coaching. If you need more information, you can go to my website. That's spreadyourgenius.com, spreadyourgenius.com. And you're welcome to give me a call, text me, email me. The best number to text me is 505-706-2868. 505-706-2868. God bless you. We'll talk soon.
This point, just the role of this court jump in and try to constitutionalize a rule for the whole country while there's still, as you say, uncertainty, debate, while there's still strong interest in the other side. And I think one of the themes of your argument's been the more people learn, the more they'll agree with you. At least I've detected that theme.